Not long ago, I made a video titled Why I Have a Problem With, and noticed that on YouTube, a lot of channels like to focus on the negatives, and even though I realize I'm guilty of the same, I would also like to focus on some of the positives from time to time. So this will be the first in a new series called Why I Don't Have a Problem With. Now, in many cases, these will be people or groups I probably should have a problem with, or at the very least, have an odd allyship with. Today, I want to talk about why I don't have a problem with the Amazing Atheist. Because, well, as you can tell, he's an atheist, and I actually am not.
It's a beautiful morning. I think I'll go outside for a while and just smile. Just to
I have to say that for some time, I wasn't even willing to listen to TJ Kirk simply because he's an atheist. But after actually watching his content, not going in with any preconceived notions, I come to realize that I like the Amazing Atheist. I mean, don't get me wrong, there's plenty that me and him disagree on, such as religion and abortion, but that doesn't negate the fact that TJ has character. First off, I'm a sucker for comedy. And even though I'm a Christian, my guilty pleasure is dirty and sometimes offensive comedy. Because when it comes to comedy, nearly nothing should be off limits. And you have to realize it's just satire.
Like, there's plenty of white people in this country who hate immigrants and hate non-white cultures and believe that miscegenation is white genocide. Well, sorry, David Duke, but if this bitch is, if fucking this bitch here is like a form of genocide, then spank my ass and call me Hitler, because I value that big black ass more than I value the white race any fucking day of the week. Do you think I give a shit about a future in which no one's skin is this particular shade? Because guess what? I fucking don't. I don't care if no one is white or everyone's white. I don't care if everyone's fucking purple. No one's race concerns me.
And TJ is one funny dude. There's no denying that. Not only is he funny, but he's also very intelligent. He has a pretty extensive vocabulary, but he has struck the perfect balance where he can use that vocabulary without looking like he's using words just for the sake of sounding smart. In other words, he doesn't come off as a pedantic prick. Breaking up the intelligence with lowbrow offensive humor, and I say offensive using air quotes, and an Amazing Atheist video takes a potentially uncomfortable subject matter and not only makes it tolerable, but entertaining. TJ is a genius in that regard. And real quick, the notion that a lot of people have about him being an asshole is bogus. On his channel and The Drunken Peasants, he is basically a caricature of himself, taking qualities about his personality and exaggerating them for the sake of entertainment. And it works for him. The other thing I like about the Amazing Atheist is that he is an anti-SJW. Now, you might say to yourself, well, you're an anti-SJW. And you would be right. But I'm not just talking that he makes anti-SJW videos, but everything about him is anti-SJW, to the very fiber of his being. All too many times we see Black Lives Matter point out how they're disproportionately on welfare and how police kill them, but do nothing to better the education in their own communities and completely ignore black lives taking other black lives. All too many times we see non-binaries worried about language policing and not looking into starting programs to help mitigate and reduce suicide amongst transgender people, especially teens. And all too many times we see feminists making up problems or non-problems like the wage gap and patriarchy, keeping women a second-class citizen, which are both not happening, by the way. Instead of doing what they can to enable women in other countries achieve equal rights where they are actually being oppressed. Where Anita Sarkeesian raised money so she could point out the sexism in video games.
Everything is sexist, everything is racist, everything is homophobic, and you have to point it all out.
TJ raised money to actually make a difference in Muslim countries and other countries in third world where women can't drive, can't vote, and their testimony is treated as a quarter of a man's testimony. TJ cares about the actual issues that humanity is facing today. And even though I disagree with him on such subjects as abortion, I can still appreciate the sentiment and the thought behind his cause. And as I stated before, a lot of people have labeled TJ as an asshole. Well, I disagree. Because if not caring about race, treating all humans as human beings, and actually trying to do something about the injustices in the world makes him an asshole, well, that makes him an asshole I'd gladly get behind, support, and agree to disagree on certain issues. Speaking of which, TJ, where the fuck are the videos, bitch? I go on your channel to get an entertaining dose of asshole, and it's been 4 days since you posted a video. What the fuck? I want to support you. I want to sit through the ads, but you gotta make the vids. What the fuck? By the way, shout out to one of my subscribers by the name of Andromeda Rodamine. I apologize if I mispronounced that, but your feedback and criticisms are much appreciated. Like the video if you like the video, subscribe if you want more, and topic suggestions are always welcome. Y'all be easy.
I came in like a rat.